Hi, you guys. Today I want to talk about how we compare ourselves to other people. I know that there's a lot of you guys out there that watch Trisha Paytas and maybe comparing yourself to her and idolizing her, because I see it. I see your comments. And I just want to let you know that it's very, very difficult. And it's very hard to be happy if you're going to compare yourself to anyone else. And when I finish this, we're going to talk about who you should be comparing yourself to, okay? So here's the thing, you guys. You were born in this world with special gifts and talents and abilities, right? And society programs us to believe that, if you look a certain way, I was going to touch my boobs and go, if you have big boobs. No, that's what I was going to do. If you have a nose like this, if you have, whatever. Society trains ourselves to believe that if we look a certain way or have certain things, that is what we should all want. And that is what we should all strive towards. And even though there's a tendency for us to forget that if you and I had enough money to meet all of our needs, and we had lots of extras, right? That we would go and hire a personal chef, that we would hire a personal trainer, that we would have our hair lady, Mariah Carey, J-Lo, all these people got their hair people, they got their makeup people, right? And the people that they have come to them because they pay them enough money. They come to them, right? So here we are, just regular folks, and we're looking at these magazines and looking at these models, and many of them are, starving themselves. They really can't eat, and some of them have the little rib down here removed and all kinds of crazy stuff that people do out there in the name of beauty. All right. Well, what we need to do is understand that we can only work with what we got. We can only give what you have discovered within yourself. So each and every one of us has special talents, skills, and abilities. All of us do. And those talent, skills, and abilities is why you came to Earth, so that you can discover them for yourself, enhance them, right? Love your flaws, okay? This is the thing. When you look in the mirror, okay, instead of saying, and saying a negative thing about your body, just be happy that it's functioning and that everything is perfect and normal. All right. What if you had the most perfect boobies and the nipples were just perfectly set and you had breast cancer? Right? Okay. So would you rather have a little uniqueness to yourself and everything's not perfect, but you're healthy? That is number one. You need to appreciate your flaws because they're functioning. It's like when you eat a lot. You know how you eat a lot and then you get fat? You should be happy. You should be happy if you eat a lot and you get fat. You know why? Because your body is normal. It's responding the way it's supposed to be. Okay? So that is something that you can control. That's you. That's up to you. When I grew up there, I don't know, maybe that's still around. Like Dr. Phil used to have these women who are anorexia or, bulimic or some kind of eating disorder. And they always said to them, it's not your fault. And I was like, who the fuck fault is it then? Whose fault is it? And then the parents would be there and they're like, I can't help her. I don't know what to do. I would be like, there's these places you can go, to get help, these centers. You try your best. As a parent, you try your best as you to help you get better. If you have a big flaw that you don't like in your personality, or you have some kind of addiction, or you're drinking too much, you're the one who's got to get it together and say, wait, I take full responsibility for this. And even though this is a disease and I'm going to have this the rest of my life, I take full responsibility and I'm going to find help and overcome this. That's what you need to do. I'm getting off subject though. I was talking about comparison. Anyways, comparisons. The only healthy comparison that you should do is not with the Joneses. We used to call them the Joneses. I don't know if you guys know what the Joneses are, but when I grew up, every neighborhood had the Joneses, and the Joneses was that house that's like really pretty with the white picket fence and the dog and the, you know, ATVs and SUVs and motorcycles, and, you know, the children or the teenagers have the BMWs and they're going on vacation. And on the surface, everything looks like something you would want. But none of us knows what's going on behind closed doors. It's the same with Trisha Paytas. It's the same with these models and these actors, anybody that you idolize. It's the same with yourself. What you see out here, how does that compare with what's going on the inside? All right? You cannot be beautiful. You cannot be pretty if you are not beautiful and pretty inside, because it'll show. It will come out and it'll show. You can't help it. It'll just come out. So, the only place, the only person that you should be comparing yourself to, and all of you guys are answering, some of you say it's yourself, okay? But we're missing a big part of this. This is why my teachings, this is why my life experience will tell you something different than what you've heard, okay? You don't compare yourself to you. You compare yourself to who? Who? I'm like a preacher on a pulpit. No. You compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were last week. Okay? So for instance, I'm writing this book, right? So I'm not going to compare myself with a group that I belong to, and they're all writers and we try to motivate and help each other along. But you know, some people are way ahead than me. Some people are, you know, further, not as further along as I am, right? How is it going to help me? How am I going to feel better about myself? If I compare myself to those people that are ahead of me, it's going to make me feel a little less than. I'm not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough, right? They started after me and look where they're at. You know, their manuscript is with an editor already. And then if I compare myself with someone who is way, you know, started before me, but they're way behind, what is that going to do to me? It's going to make me feel superior. I got it together, right? Both of those are flawed, all right? But when I compare myself to where I was last week, I'm like, I'm kicking some butt. I mean, I've made, you know, between yesterday and the day before, I did some great things to my book. I made some major changes for the greatness of this book, right? That's what you want to do. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were last week. And guess what? That's going to make you happy. That's what's really, really going to motivate you to keep going, to do better, and to think, to really think where it is that you want to be tomorrow. Okay. The other thing that I just wanted to say very quickly, because it kind of, I don't know if it goes with all this or it doesn't go with all this, but I'm going to do a whole video on money, but I just wanted to give you a quick tip on money, because money's a big one and we all need it and everything. But you know, these things work, okay? And I've been doing it for many, many years, all right? You know, when you have your bills, your bills, your ones, your fives, your tens, and your 20s, right? You have that in your wallet. Make it a habit to have them face all the same direction. You know, all the faces of all the presidents are facing in the same direction, and put them in some kind of order, chronological order. Like the way I do it is the 20s, the 10s, the 5s, the 1s. So when I get my, money, I see 1s, and then I see 5s, and then I see 10s, and I see 20s. I wish I had that much money to carry around with me. I don't. But I'm just saying that is a great tip for your money, because this is the thing, okay? There is no difference between $1 and $100, and I'm going into the video. You know what? I'm going to end this. That's another video about money. Anyways, love you. I'll talk to you soon, and I really like it here, and I'm having fun, and I hope you guys are having fun too. Okay.